Yes, sir.
I'm trying to hook up my headset. Hold on.
Okay. I think we live though.
Yep.
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my headset. Am I kind of echoing?
No, you sound good. Sound normal.
Okay, well, we can go ahead and start.
All
So just
right.
give me your initial thoughts on the game. We're doing our post game show.
Yeah, man. It was a interesting game today because it took you through a whirlwind of emotions, man. Like at the start of the game, man, I'm mad at Shotty because I felt like this is one of the games that he kind of dropped the ball a few times with some decision making, and but at the end they pulled it out. I also think that we saw some changing of positions of wide receivers as far as numbers. Dak Prescott played an excellent game. Our defense showed up, man, like we hadn't seen them show up against a good opponent all year. Gave us some stops or whatever. So I feel real good about coming out with the victory, and it was some areas of improvement, man. But after I think they scored their third touchdown at the start of the second quarter, but we held them scoreless for the rest of the game. So that's promising, man. So overall, we got a W against the Super Bowl champions. We had some players that stood out pretty good. And, we got the win, man, and that's what we needed. And we're going to need a few more to try to start getting to this playoff race. So this is one. If we'd lost this this would have been a tough one to get over. What do you think,
Yeah,
brother?
it would have been tough. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to do something here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, but but yeah, he started the game off shoddy with the 4th and 3, and
Yeah.
I talked about Detroit last week, how
Yeah.
they just kept doing that, going for it on 4th down. That's how the Eagles, what they do, they just wait for you to make a mistake.
Correct.
So you started off with a 4th and 3, just punt right there. In this kind of game, it's a
Yeah,
field position
I
game.
definitely I didn't like that. So I'm not the kind of person that after it doesn't work say I don't like it, right? I judge decisions before the outcome. And so I just thought at that point in time, hey, punt it. Let's see what your defense is going to do. Because really, where we went for it at, if they get one first down, they're pretty much in field goal range. So you're really giving them 3 points. That's a 3 point at least. And so I just thought that was kind of the decision was more of a desperation type decision. And I know some people might be like, oh, he's being aggressive. But no, to me, that was more desperation. Like, we have to do that. And to go with what you said, Cowboy Joe, is this. Sometimes teams, because you're good, teams make mistakes against you that they wouldn't make against other teams. And so when you say they just Philadelphia sits around and wait for you to make a mistake, they're good enough to where they can sit around and their presence and who they are makes you make a mistake. And I think that was a mistake by Shotty.
Yeah, you just punt the ball right there, and then just play defense. Let the game kind of come to you, and then it was a couple of other things he did that he just really wasn't having a good game coaching wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is one of his worst coach games. The
Oh,
first half
I
was.
definitely think it was one of his worst. Because then we can go down the line and go, and we some people are gonna tune in to us and be like, man, it don't even sound like y'all won. But what I'm saying is we won the game, but these are areas of concern that could be cleaned up. The next one
Yeah.
was not challenging the roughing the kicker.
Yeah. So tell me what happened there, because people said that he tipped the ball. When I was watching it live, I didn't see it.
So what it was is, and I didn't know this either. So he went in, but he's coming to the sideline, kept hitting his finger like, I touched the ball. Telling everybody that would listen, I touched the ball, I touched the ball. A player is not going to lie and say he touched the ball if he didn't touch it and then make somebody give up a challenge And so now he lied. You made us lose a timeout, and you got the penalty. So he should have listened to his players. Say, "Hey, man, you touched the ball, yeah." And that play was challengeable. So he could have threw a challenge flag out there. And what would have happened is, as long as you touch the ball, you could run into the kicker. And so we would have that they wouldn't have got that first down, the 15 yards and the first down, and they end up getting a touchdown out that drive. But that goes back to Shotty too, because I don't see how y'all don't have a system in place where that player tells you that he touched the ball, and that doesn't garner you throwing out a flag, a challenge flag.
So did he kind of graze the ball?
Yeah, and on a slow-mo replay, they showed where the ball moved his fingers. You know, like his fingers kind of plucked back because the ball had touched it. And so they would want a challenge. That's what even the commentator said. They said, why they didn't challenge that? They would have won that challenge because you could see his fingers moving.
And then the other thing I had an issue with was we played Chicago. He handed the ball to Lamb and got him injured out of the backfield.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's a play that should have been taken out of the playbook for the rest of the year. He gives the ball to Turpin, going right up the middle, and he fumbles. That's an incredibly poor decision by a coach.
Yeah, so how many times did you see Devontae Smith in the backfield as a tailback?
You don't.
Yeah. What I'm trying to say is you don't. And so they got people to run. We got a great running back, Javonte, and our what's our backup name? 43.
Malik Davis.
Malik Davis. We got two. I love Malik Davis. We got two guys that can run the ball. We don't need a wide receiver running the ball. Right? We don't need Turpin running the ball. And we don't. And to be honest with you, and I'm gonna say this every show until it changes. I don't need Turpin to be my number 3 wide receiver. I don't need Turpin to be my number 3 wide receiver. I got a number 3 wide receiver. That's number 19. Get number 19 in the game and let him be a wide receiver.
Was inactive today.
Oh, was he? Good. Yeah.
Yeah. But what I have said about Turpin from the beginning was, I'm not even really sure I count him as a receiver. To me, he's just like a wild card type player.
Absolutely.
You're gonna put him in certain situations, but you don't need to be handing him the ball out of the backfield. I mean, that's incredibly stupid.
Yeah. That guy probably weighs about 155, 165, something like that. He's a little guy, so he definitely shouldn't be running between the tackles or anything. In the rounds, I do understand those things, but running what the big guys are.
He gave it to him on the end around later in the game, which was another bad play.
Yeah. And then Turpin also, he's on that punt return. He did do that fat catch, so I don't understand what he was whining about. He put his right arm up and was and flagging it.
Yeah, so he sometimes in games he kind of just spaces out mentally.
Yeah,
that's why. Look, you're playing the Eagles. Okay, you're playing Kansas City this Thursday. There's just no way you're gonna line Turpin up in the backfield. You just can't do it.
So we're gonna get back to some of the other things like this. But what's some good things you saw today?
Well, I'm gonna give Eberflus some credit. You know, the second half, they held him to no points. So you gotta start there. And like I said,
can I correct you for 1 second? And this won't be long. So I think what I saw, they scored 21 with 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Okay. So from that point on, they didn't score again. So that's almost the whole second quarter, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter, you kind of held them scoreless. But I just wanted to kind of make that correction.
So it was 2.5 quarters, basically.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So, I thought we had more pressure. Now, I still had some concerns with some of the coverages, but that's kind of what they play. I think you kind of got Shamar, what's his name, the rookie?
James? No, you're talking about
Savon Revell.
Savon Revell, yeah.
You kind of got him out on the island a couple of times with the cover too, but overall, you can't complain. I thought Logan Wilson played well. The defensive line played well.
Yeah. But also I think you got to watch Yeah, I'm looking at something right quick. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, so
Oh, no, take your
they
time.
scored a touchdown, the last touchdown with 11 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the second. So that's a long time, man, for real.
It's really
And
three
so,
quarters.
yeah, that's almost three quarters.
But keep in mind,
Um,
you gave him the first touchdown. You gave him the first score because you went for it on 4th and 3 in your territory.
Absolutely, they started in they started in great territory. It's some more things, man. We probably can get on negative, but I don't. I want to kind of get away from that a little bit and just talk about some positive stuff, man. So the defense, like you said, the last and one thing too, man. We were actually going man and we was going zone. Heck, they was beating us in both of them, to be totally honest with you. So,
Yeah.
and what I think part of what it was, we wasn't getting the pressure on the quarterback like we were the week prior
Yeah, and
against the
they
Raiders.
had him a couple of times. They let him get away. I think it was Childress. He had him right in his sights and let him get out. But look, defense, give him a lot of credit. I mean, Clowney,
Yeah,
the guys on the edge, Osa, Clark, Quentin Williams. I thought safeties played well. Just Overshawn, he looked better today. He looked kind of stiff last week because his first game.
yeah.
I like the way they playing him. They're not playing him a lot, so he made a couple of plays. But on that offensive side, on that goal line, you know, Tyler Guyton jumped, then he got the tripping call. So he really wasn't focused today, and he comes in. He play that way sometimes. He's just not real focused.
Yeah. My big takeaway is what I've been feeling. So I'll tell you this. My favorite athlete of all time is Michael Irvin.
Mhm.
My second favorite athlete, I'm telling you how much he's my favorite. My second favorite athlete is Michael Jordan. Michael Irvin is my favorite athlete of all time. Now, when I tell people that, let me tell y'all this. So when I say athletes, I really just confine into that, right? I'll never be like, oh, no, I'm never like that. I'm just saying, like, he's my favorite. He was the heart and soul of the '90s Cowboys, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have won Super Bowls. And I'll go to my grave thinking that. He's passionate, and his passion rubbed off on other people. I've often said too, besides the '90s team, my favorite player is Dez Bryant. Between those two guys, what they are is they're pretty much alpha number one wide receivers. They struck fear in other opponents, not just with their play, but with their physicality and also just with their toughness and also with their wild card. Whereas I don't know what I'm gonna get from this dude, so I ain't gonna try him too much. I can't punk him. You know what I'm saying? So those
Yeah.
dudes, Dez and Michael, were unpunkable. So that gets me to where I'm at today. So whenever we got Pickens, the one thing I understood that he's a good football player. He played with bad quarterbacks, but still performed. But also he was unpunkable. He don't. There's no occasion gonna be too big for him. And so today I think you saw that. But I think you saw the compare and contrast with CD. So those two guys I mentioned earlier, both of them was mentally strong. Um, they were just locked in, man. And if it's one on one, the ball's in the air. I got my money on Michael Irvin and Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
I got my money on Pickens right now. And the compare and contrast to CD, man, CD just didn't look good today. And he didn't look
CD
confident.
CD is having the yips.
Yeah. And so with that, it brings back some things to me because his production has been good. And they made him a number one wide receiver, a while ago. And so they feed him and he is productive. But as far as being that alpha dude, he's not that, man. He never has been. So I'll take you back to when he first got drafted and he wanted to keep his number 2, but the Cowboys wanted to give him 88. Or he wanted the number 10 because he wanted to be like Hopkins. That's his guy. Well, the Cowboys had to, they had to go through discussions and everything, so he finally took 88. Well, let me tell you something. You ain't have to make Michael Irvin take 88. He wanted 88. You ain't had to make Dez Bryant take 88. He wanted 88 because he understood I got to live up to this. A lot of guys don't want that pressure. They want to go and do their own thing. That's who CD was. Then you go to the Green Bay game and you say, okay, is he punkable? Yeah, he goes catch a pass going to the left sideline or out route. And I think it was Zaire. He missed the ball and Zaire pushed him. And you can see him pushing, like, just push him, and CD just looked back over his shoulder and shrugged his shoulder. And I'm looking like, dude, you ain't gonna do nothing. Like, that sends a message to everybody. Like, but also that Alexander feel like he can do that to you is another thing that tells me that your reputation, you got a soft reputation in the league, partner. They ain't doing that. He ain't doing that to Dez. He ain't doing that to Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Another one, that's not on our team, Steve Smith Sr. That's the ultimate dog. You know that if you do something to him, you might have to see him after the game in the parking lot, and it's gonna be a problem. So you understood that no, there's certain things you do to certain people, you don't do that to Steve Smith. Like, no, don't do that. It ain't gonna just be about football. And so I think CD's a really good wide receiver, but that number one dog that you can just put one-on-one with a dude and he gonna beast him, he ain't that guy, man. And today, he's having some dropping issues, man. And I bet you between the two games against Philadelphia, he had about 7. I know he had 4 the last game. I think he had maybe 3 today. So I don't know what the deal is, but my son even commented. He said, man, it seemed like he plays well against like the Giants and Washington. Well, when the games aren't big, you play big. When the games are big, you play small. So I've just been disappointed in him today. That doesn't mean I want him off the team, but I do want them to understand in Dallas that forget the money. Understand that Pickens right now is your alpha. He's your number one guy. And when he gets going, we win games. And CD going to eat what's left over right now until he reestablishes himself. So what do you think about that, Joe? That was a long diatribe, but what you think about it, bro?
Hey, so B-Bird, I got this static on my line. Can you hear the static?
I hear a little static, but it's good enough for me.
Okay, hold on one second. Okay, but yeah, I don't know what's happening with CD. He's kind of just having the yips, as I said. And so, the good thing is we got enough guys on the team for him to kind of get out of whatever he's in. But that play to George Pickens in that fourth quarter on that slant put us in field goal range. That was a huge play. I mean,
yes, it was.
It was a big play. It was the Dez Bryant type play. And so, yeah, you just ride him, and then you just let CD get his head figured out, get the ball to Flournoy. And I think, we'll be fine. But I really think right now, George Pickens, he's got to be. I don't know if anybody's playing better in the NFL than he is. Right now that I can think. No. It ain't. Well, you can say AJ Brown is playing good, but I know nobody had more yards and touchdowns than he has.
No, Smith and Jigma is getting a lot of catches and yards, but but I tell you what, Pickens is right there with him.
Hey, B-Bird. So I'm gonna log out and come back in. Just give me 1 second. Just talk while I come back.
Go on, bro.
Okay.
Let me go see if anybody in the chat. So I see, I got Lookout KC. You said that they were more physical in the second half. Yeah, they were, man. And that's what we're going to need, man. You go against Philadelphia, man, you got to bring your A game of physicality. Hey, it's going to be some hurts after the game or whatever. But that's the way, hey, they are bruisers, they are beasts, they bullies. And you got to go to battle with the bully, man. So they kind of did that in the second half. Let's see what I got here. Yeah, I think Cowboys champ 8-3-3-1. I think Shotty did better play calling in the second half. One thing I will give him credit for too. He kind of stuck with the run. It's kind of hard to stick with the run against Philadelphia because they're so good with the run. But He did good, man. He did good. I think he came around. I think we also dealing with a rookie head coach. So like that going for it on fourth down early, I didn't like. I didn't like the goal line, getting to the 1 yard line on the first run and then throwing the ball three times in a row after that. I didn't like that at all. I know CD did drop the ball, but hey, let's just run the ball, man. We successfully got down to the 1 yard line, running the ball. Why are we throwing the ball? Yeah, and you say Eagle fans are quiet. Yeah, they're trying to figure this out. They're trying to figure out, how they gonna compartmentalize this loss, man. Because they didn't expect to lose, especially up 21-0, man. I know they didn't expect to lose, but hats off to the defense on that, man, because I was looking at it. I think I said 11:32. They scored 21st point with 11 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the second half, and they didn't score any more of the game. So that's unusual for our defense, and hats off to our defense for coming up and playing like that, man. So I'm proud of them. But yeah, so I just hey, it's okay. Hey, CD as a number two wide receiver. Hey, on our team, if he's on any other team, he may be a number one. But man, Pickens has established himself as a dog, as a number one, as an alpha on this team, man. So he is what it is. There's no sense of denying it. There's no sense of trying to make the money worth it. I think the Joneses have done that before, where they over target certain individuals because they're getting paid. Now, I don't do that. Like that's why Floyd should be the number three wide receiver because he plays better than the other two guys. What are we doing here? And so I think Floyd we're gonna look back at it. We're gonna see the percentage of snaps he got. He probably got number three wide receiver snaps. But I just kind of whenever Turpin's in the game, I kind of cringe because his hands are questionable. I mean, he fumbled the ball and no Eagle touched him. I mean, and then he did the fair catch. He didn't have a real good game, personally, to me. Turpin didn't. Um, so I don't know. He's good for gadget plays. He's a good threat as far as a kick returner, but he hadn't really been giving us a whole bunch of kick return either. So, but we'll just kind of
Okay,
see where
Big
we
Bird,
go
can you
from
hear me
there.
now?
Uh, I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
I
All
can.
right.
Yeah.
I just went ahead and went to my laptop.
Okay.
Okay. So what were you saying about what were you saying?
No, I was reading some of the chat. They said we were more physical in the second half, and I was saying that yeah, I feel like we were physical. He was right. Look out, KC said that. I think he's right. But we had to just step up to the challenge, man. That was a challenging team. That's the Super
Yeah.
Bowl champions, man. They're Super Bowl champions for a reason. But hey, if we don't have Pickens today, we don't win this game. We don't even get close to winning this game. But the thing I like about a guy with like Pickens mentality, he just ain't. He's like I was telling the the bishop last night.
Uh-huh.
Man, it's like bone crusher. He ain't never scared, man. He got some dudes that he's ain't scared of no defensive back, no team, or no nothing. Nobody strike fear into him, man. He feel like he can make a play on anybody. He feel like he's the best. If you ask Pickens right now, who's the best wide receiver in the league? He said, "Man, I'm the best wide receiver in the league." If you would ask him that last year at Pittsburgh when his numbers were down, who's the best wide receiver in the league? He said, "I'm the best wide receiver in the league." So that's that guy that had that unshakable confidence in himself. Whereas you look at CD got shakable confidence. And so whenever his games start going bad, you can count him out for that game, man. He can't turn that thing around. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just I'm impressed with the Cowboys' resilience. Joe, we've seen, and I'm gonna say this, and then you can take it. We've seen the Cowboys go down early and then make rush comebacks, but come back and then don't finish the job. This is my first time seeing them come back and finish the job. What you think?
Yeah, it was just a amazing win, and then you got the fumble on the punt return, and you get down there on the goal line. I was telling my wife watching the game with her, my everybody had left, all the kids were not here, but I said we should just take the field goal, and then he went for it on fourth down, didn't make it. But of course, on the third down, the ball just hit CD right in the breadbasket,
Yeah.
So what he's doing, he's body catching for whatever reason. If he just sticks his hands out and just grabs that ball, it's a touchdown. But I thought they should have took the field goal right there. What were you thinking right there? Were you wanting to go for it, kick
Well,
the field goal?
yeah. So I didn't think about it at the moment, but I was listening to Boss Cowboy, the in-game crew,
Yeah,
and Coach Marv said, "Why don't they kick the field goal?" I said, "Man, I didn't even think about that." But yeah, the defense playing so good, you're gonna kick the field goal because he was right about that. And so I don't know what Shotty might have got that thing to where he was. Remember a few weeks ago they said that we were the going for it on fourth down. I think we ranked on fourth down where we should go on fourth. Well, the statistics say we should go for it.
hmm,
They said we ranked last going for it. So I don't know if Shotty got that message because remember he went on fourth down early in the game, which was I think that was a bad call. I think we should have kicked it. So that's the second time he went for it on fourth down. That was really questionable to me. But I didn't like the play calling in that whole thing. So you're at the 6 yard line and you get 5 yards down to the one
yeah,
on first down, and then you throw the ball 3 times in a row.
three straight
Like that's
times.
crazy to me.
Yeah, you run it. You're gonna run it twice. There definitely one more time, and then if you
Yeah,
want to throw it
definitely
on
one more.
third, but he threw the ball three consecutive plays, and on the
Yeah,
fourth down play, I don't know what that was. I don't know who he was going to.
I don't either, man.
Ferg wasn't even in the end zone. Uh, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's this was Shotty's worst game and probably his biggest win, if that makes sense.
yeah, that's true. Hmm.
You know,
Well, the players bailed him out on this one, right?
they did,
Because if it
and
wasn't for that, people asked him a whole bunch of questions, and they still should, right? Because I never think that the outcome of the game ought to change, like the way you approach asking questions about bettering your team. Like if we would have lost, what would the coaches tell the players? Like as far as getting better. Well, whatever we would have told them in that case, you tell them even when you win. Like, no, man, like Turpin, you can't fumble the ball there, man. What's going on with that? Not because we lost, no, because you can't fumble the ball right there. You know what I'm saying? And so Siobhan Rivera, one thing that I saw on him on that, remember when AJ did the spin to the
yeah,
outside after he
Vaughn just
caught it?
swinging. He was swinging for air.
Well, the thing about it is, I was telling my wife said, "Babe, why, that's just a catch. Why you kind of get mad?" I said, "Because you always attack from the outside."
Yeah,
And I said, "You got to attack from the outside. Like you don't go to his inside because you spin outside, you have no
yeah,
help there. If
he,
you go to his outside, he spin to the inside, then you got help coming that way."
yep.
And I
He
said,
went
"You
to the
never,
inside and he
you
missed
always
them
defense
altogether.
always funneling things to the middle."
Yeah,
What was that?
yeah. He went for the inside and he missed them
Yeah.
altogether.
And so when he spun outside, he gave him about 10 more yards. That's what the problem is. Like, and I know he's a rookie, but that's elementary, man. You'll never make that tackle attempt from there.
So Carson got injured, and that made them have to play Ravel a little bit
Yeah.
more. But yeah, I think to clean up, man, your clean up on aisle three for this week, you got to get Turpin, get his head together. You got to get CD, get his head together, and in the meantime, you got enough good players, B Bird, to carry the team. You got Pickens, you got Ferg played well. He had a fumble that they got back. Javante is playing well. Malik Davis
Yes.
had a huge run. Uh,
Yes.
Brevin
I love
playing
Malik
span
Davis.
forward. So you got enough guys, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. We got a good enough team to beat Kansas City. We really do.
Yeah.
And I watched them again today. They kind of
Yeah.
like the Eagles. They just kind of sit back and they wait for you to make a mistake. And so, but Shotty gotta clean up some of this coaching, man, because that's first half. It's just some absolutely horrible decisions. And then I do want to kind of take another look at Nate Thomas over there where Guyton is. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
gonna be rotating or what you're gonna do, but Guyton. So my kind of theme for this show, as you can probably tell, we got a lot of guys that's not really playing heady football. CD, Turpin, Guyton, they're just not playing heady ball. They're not playing smart. So,
Yeah.
you playing a good team, that'll cost you the game, and it almost cost you the day. But this was a huge win. For you to be down 21-0 to this team, the way this game started, and for you to fight back the way that you did,
Yes,
It's an impressive win. I mean, you got to give them
yes, it
credit.
is. It definitely do, man. These are ones that people would usually lose. I mean, the Cowboys would usually lose these games.
Yeah.
In the past, they'd make the valiant comeback and then fall at the end, like they did against Green Bay in the playoffs, like they did against Baltimore. I think maybe was that last year. I think it was last year. And
Mm-hmm.
just,
Yep.
hey man, they really tried. They got back in it. Just one play. No, I like that they finished this one, right? They finished
Yeah.
this one. I love that, man, because that's what we need to do. But also we need the W. Just flat out needed the W. And for the defense to stand up, when we talk about this defense that was last in the league, this defense stopped them for pretty much, I would say, 2 quarters, uh,
Almost three.
and yeah, almost 3 quarters, man. We can almost say that. Almost 3 quarters, man. So, and they got some guys on that other side, man, that play football, right? And they're good. They got good wide receivers, good running backs. Let me see how many yards. Let me see how many yards Saquon had.
He didn't have a lot. We
Oh
we
yeah,
we
yeah,
got
he
good
killed
pressure.
us. He had 33 yards. He had
33.
33 yards. No, I'm sorry. He had 22 yards rushing
Yeah, we
on
did a
10
good job
carries.
against the run. So
Yeah, on
I like the way Logan Wilson and Murray played. Uh, and again, Overshawn, kind of pitched in. Um, let's see. I don't know what about Donovan Wilson and Hooker? Were they effective? You thought?
Yeah, I thought Donovan Wilson. He came up a couple of plays where he was kind of hit and miss. And you
Yeah,
probably I almost have to look at the all 22
22. Yeah.
and kind of look at it more to see how he did. I do have that, so I'll probably be looking at this week. But
Now
I
I
saw some
will.
plays where he came up and like I think it was Jalen was running to the out, or was it Saquon? I can't remember. They was running to the left, but I think he came up and he held the set the edge, and it made
Yeah.
them not get maybe got 1 yard out of it. So I thought that was a good play by him. But other than that, those first few drives, man, they was killing us on the pass. But I thought that we kind of settled in, man. I guess we figured out what they were doing. One
We
thing I
got.
was kind of looking at was it
Mhm.
seemed like when we was running out five linemen,
Yeah.
it looked like because you have five linemen, I mean that means that you got one less guy in the pass coverage. So I think they were kind
Mhm.
of getting us on that for a little bit. And we was trying to run it on first downs, but then what they're trying to do, look like to me, is they said, okay, if you're gonna bring the five linemen in, now we're gonna throw it. And
Yeah.
so they start throwing the tight ends and running back out the backfield and stuff like that. So I know we got to watch that because that could be a situation where people kind of exploit us with our five linemen.
We got good pressure on as well. I thought, throughout the game, he just escaped a couple of times, but at the end, also got him, when he needed
Yeah,
to.
we need that sack, man. That
Yeah,
sack was huge.
that was a huge man. It was a couple of
That was
huge plays.
huge.
That sack,
Yeah,
that slant, and then when you got a guys turning the ball over, our special teams, their best game. Did we have two turnovers? Did we cause two turnovers on special teams, or was it one?
Let me see. I got the stats here.
I know Saquon fumble. That was just a run, but the punt
Yeah.
return that was that was a
No,
that was a big
it looked
play.
like it was just the punt return at Saquon is the only two
So we got that punt
turnovers.
return fumble, and we got no points. That was
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I, I
that
was
was crazy. You got the
I
ball
we
all
had
the way
lost.
down there.
I
And then
thought it was I thought it was over when we did that. So but yeah, you and then I kind of I'm gonna say something that's kind of weird. I kind of like the fact that what's our kicker? He has missed a couple, so now he got him
oh
out
yeah,
he got him out the way. So now he can just get back in his groove
yeah,
and start
yeah.
making them. Because
Made me a little nervous for the last kick too. I was like,
I was,
okay.
yeah,
Well, I wanted him on the right hash because he was on the left hash when he missed the other one. I said, okay, if he gets to the right hash and make the same kick, it's going to go through. So he went on, and made it, and we needed that, man. But
yeah.
I think we got that kicker that one miss won't spiral him into
Oh no, it won't. Especially after you get the game winner. Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
So
yeah,
and
it's this game right here. Now, what keep happening, and it's happened 2 weeks in a row. We need some of these other teams to lose, and the people that we need to lose, they winning. So We just got to
Yeah,
win our games. That's all
yeah,
you can do.
that's all we can do, man.
And we can win Thursday. It ain't no question about it.
Oh no, we definitely can win Thursday, and it's at our house, so we can definitely win Thursday.
Yeah, and you just go with Pickens, Javante, Malik Davis. Just go with get your guys with Ferg and CD will come around. I'm not gonna give up on CD. CD just having a. I still think CD is just kind of mentally just kind of out there. I don't know if it's the thing with Micah. He was late from the team to the team meeting in Vegas. He just got to regroup. But that's what your teammates are for. So his teammates need to just get him to the side, and then just let the game come to him. Don't force it to him. Just let Pickens carry it for a while.
That is absolutely right. I'm gonna tell you what I think is going on, and this is my opinion. Uh, so I think I went over this with you. So when they got in trouble in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
I think I told you this. That was not CD getting Pickens in trouble. There's Pickens getting CD in trouble because CD is following Pickens, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because CD never did that when Pickens wasn't around. All right. Then the second thing is when did CD? I saw last game. I don't know if it was so much this game. Start wearing a ski mask. He
You know
started
who else?
wearing one with
You know who else
Pickens.
is wearing one?
Who's
Turpin is
that?
wearing one.
Yeah. So the alpha in that room is Pickens. He's leading that room.
Yeah.
And so, but also too, CD is getting paid to be a number one.
Yep.
Yeah, but Pickens walks around and he walks around with an air of a number one.
He's a
He
straight
walk
up dog. He's
around
a
with
straight
an
up
air of,
dog now.
huh?
He's a straight up dog.
He's a straight up dog. And so when you find when a dog is there, the other dudes that ain't a dog, they kind of get in line. CD's getting in line with Pickens. So, but CD is the highest paid guy. But what that does though too is when you get on that field, now you see him performing over there. That puts a little bit of pressure on you. Like, man, this dude got 100 something yards. I got 40 something. That's a bad.
What was his numbers? What was his numbers today?
Who
Pickens.
CDs or
Pickens.
okay, hold on 1 second.
And while you're looking at that, I'm gonna say this right now, and we need to just cut. We need to just cut to the chase. There is no possible way you don't get him signed, and they should get him signed during this season. I just don't
Yeah.
see no reason why you would let this kind of just fumble around out there. There is no reason for it.
Well, and it shouldn't be messy.
It shouldn't be
That's the thing.
messy.
That's why only reason why I was one of the first ones to say this. One of the first things I said after we traded him, did we get him signed to an extension? And everybody said no. And I said I don't like that. Why? Because the Cowboys don't do well with negotiations, especially not with wide receivers and
No,
defensive end. Our people. They don't do well with our people.
and they should
There's
take
always
Jerry. They should take Jerry out of it.
yeah. And George Pickens had 9 targets, 9 receptions for 146 yards. CeeDee Lamb had 11 targets, 4 catches for 75 yards. And Pickens had 1 touchdown. I didn't say that.
Yeah, and CD dropped one right in his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Dak was on target today, man. Dak ended up having he was 23 of 36 for 354 yards, 2 TDs and 1 interception. And he did throw a bad interception, but he's forcing it to CD.
yeah,
And that's on Dak. And that's why I said earlier this year, I think me, you, and Big Time was on the show. And I said that when CD got hurt, that's a blessing in disguise because now he has to go to Pickens. Because as long as CD there, he's going to choose CD. We'll never know we having Pickens. But if you remember that 3 or 4 game stretch, Pickens was the number one. And you could see like, oh, now Dak said, oh, he could do this, he could do that. Or throwing the ball to him is safe. And so now when CD comes back, you got confidence in both your wide receivers. But now it's just like, which one are you going to choose? Well, you got to choose the one that made that contested catch over 2 dudes on that left sideline when he threw the ball up. You know what I'm saying? And so Pickens just you throw the ball up, man. He just make plays like Dez. Hey, if I don't catch it, they ain't gonna catch it.
Well, so what Kansas City is doing right now, they're gonna have to get ready for Thursday. They're gonna come up with a game plan to stop Pickens.
Yeah,
They gonna hit Dak with every blitz package they have. That's what Spagnolo does. So that
yeah,
being the case, CD is gonna get some one on ones. Flanoy get some one on ones. I want to see. I got to do my research on this. I think we have two other tight ends on our team that could help. Now, Brevin Spann-Ford had a touchdown today. Shout out to him. I still think we need another tight end. I know there's a rookie. His name is Fairweather, and I think the other guy is Font or Fan, however you pronounce it. So
fan. Yeah,
I would like to see those guys get involved because you're not getting anything out of Schoonmaker. Schoonmaker, you had Tolbert inactive today. If you made Schoonmaker inactive, you're not losing anything. So
yeah. So here's the deal. I gotta ask you this. So who's your number one target to throw to?
oh, it's Pickens.
Who's the number two?
Well, number two at the moment is probably going to be Ferg because CD
Yeah.
is
So
not
so
playing.
yeah, I'm saying, but it don't matter. So who's number three?
It's going to be CD and then probably Flanoy until CD get his head together. And
So yeah. So we can go either. I would go Pickens, CD, uh, Ferg, and then I would go Flournoy, and then the tight end that you're talking about bringing in, Joe. He's
yeah,
gonna be your number five guy,
it's going to
man.
be your five. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like who? I mean, he ain't gonna get many targets anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's just my opinion. Like when you start getting down to your number five option, man, those guys that could be Brevin Span forward. To be totally honest with you.
And they can build on what Malik Davis did today. Malik Davis should be. I
Yeah,
think Jules has joined us. Malik
Jules,
Davis deserves some more carries. Are you on, son?
you on,
Yeah,
man?
I am. I'm on.
Oh,
So
good, man.
so how
Hey,
many?
hey, Jules, we miss you, man.
So how many heart attacks did you have?
Well, I had quite a few, and I couldn't even watch the game after Shotty didn't go for it. I couldn't even watch it. I mean, after Shotty goal, I just kind of just walked room and just went sat in a chair somewhere. Can y'all hear me good?
Hey, man, hey, Jules. I called my son. We was down 21 nothing, and he answered the phone. He was like, "Hello," and I say, "Man, I say, dude, you sleep?" He said, "No, Dad, I can't do this with this guy." I said, "Dude, that's how you sleep." So then when we talked about 21, I called him up, he was live then though. I said, "Oh, you changed now, huh?"
Yeah.
He take them losses hard, man. I was like, man. So we had a good time after the game was over with, though, man. But he ebbed and flowed with the game. That 21, and oh, he don't. I'm telling you who my son don't like. He does not like Ferg. He don't like Ferg at
Why?
all, man. I don't know why.
Why he don't like Ferguson?
I do not know. He does not like Ferg at
A
all.
lot of people
I
don't.
said,
A
dude,
lot of people don't like Ferg.
I said, man, why you don't like Ferg? He said, all he do is catch the ball and go down. I say, man, he said we get anybody to do that.
Hey, Ferguson
So
be.
But
I mean,
anyway,
he been
so
showing.
his attitude got a lot better at the end of the game. I should say.
Yeah.
Jules, give me your take on CD and Pickens. I know what you're gonna say, but we get your thoughts.
Uh, CD. I think CD has the yips. Whatever this is going on with CD, he's in his head, and just thank goodness that we have George Pickens to actually take on the number one spot and to be that person that it seems like Pickens shines brighter when the lights are brighter. Seems like
Yeah,
he's
he
it
one of
seems
them
like
dudes, man.
he one of those guys. It feels like number one, he did lead the league last year and the year before that in contested catches, and that's exactly what he does. And see, what I think is happening with CD is this is my opinion. Uh, I'm echoing. See, I think I'm
Yeah,
echoing.
you're
I don't know
good.
if I can fix it.
Yeah, we hear you good.
But
You might be going on your own.
what's happening. Okay, I think what's happening with CD is I think that Dak is throwing that ball like he's throwing it to Pickens. You know, because it's just like all you gotta do is just throw it in Pickens' area, he gonna catch it. And it's doing the same thing with CD, and it's just like CD is just dropping passes. Like those passes that's dropped like that, Pickens would have caught that, you know.
Yeah, but Drew,
So
that's how all
I
quarterbacks ought to
hope
throw
that
the ball so you can catch a lot. All quarterbacks should throw. I mean, the balls that he's dropping are catchable balls by any wide receiver in the league. Like the one he dropped in the end zone, that's just catchable by
they are.
anybody in the league. But I think what's happening with CD, I was
That's
telling your dad this, is that the he likes Pickens being on the team, but the pressure to perform that Pickens is putting on CD is getting into his head because let me just say this: CD just not a mentally tough guy, man. He checks out of games mentally, and he's done. Guys like CD and Dez and Michael Irvin, they don't check out of games. They looking for
mm,
they are hunters, man. They're not the hunted. I was telling
right.
I said when Zaire Alexander for Green Bay, I think that's his name, pushed CD in
Hmm.
that playoff game, and CD didn't even respond. I said that's not you can't never call that dude a dog again, or why not? Because dogs got a reputation, and you don't touch them like that. You don't
Yeah.
you don't do them. You don't push them like that. Like I've never
Right.
like I would go to the ultimate dog. I'm talking about just Steve Smith Senior.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nobody do nothing crazy to Steve Smith Senior because you know why?
Mm.
They understood that this gonna be a problem not on this football field but off this football field.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think
And
you think
if
you
you
think
go,
you you think somebody gonna push Jalen Ramsey like that?
Or Dez.
no, 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 they're not doing
Mm-mm.
that. 'Cause they know some stuff gonna come behind it. Like there's stuff gonna come behind it.
You push George Pickens like that, he might get fined, because he gonna act up.
He gonna act up. And guess why? That's why he don't get pushed like that because they know it.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
dogs are.
Hmm.
CD ain't that dude, man.
He ain't,
That's why that
and we
dude
don't.
pushed him.
And to be fair to CD, we don't need him to be that.
Don't need him to be it. We don't need him to be it as long as we got that there. But see, you can't put him in that position. Let's just take him being a dog out. What we can say is he's a really good wide receiver.
He is. But I was
He's a
gonna
great
say
wide
this.
receiver.
I was listening to you a minute ago. Now I was gonna say this. Now I wanted to give a little pushback on this. Now
Okay.
last year, now we can't say that because CD, well, not last year, but the year before last. No matter what, these teams could not stop CD and Dak. No matter what. I mean, like, cause
Yeah.
that was all we had. We didn't have no Javante Williams. We didn't have no George Pickens. All we had was Dak and CD. And no matter what, we knew that that's what we had, and the league could not stop them. And he became an All Pro that year. And it's just like I told my dad the other day, like in the Detroit game, we backed up on the 1 yard line. There's no question about where the ball is finna go. The only person that we can throw it to is CD, and he got a 99-yard touchdown. I mean,
Yeah.
he's not a dog like that, but he is unguardable.
He no. So what you're saying is absolutely right. What I'm saying is he's not a dog.
Right.
What you're saying is he's a great wide receiver, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
I have no issue with that. Because will we call Cooper Cup a great wide receiver or a dog?
I'll
Yeah.
say great wide receiver.
Yeah. Great wide receiver. I don't see him being a dog.
So it ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm
Yeah.
talking about when Cooper Cup was in his prime. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
But he ain't a dog. He ain't the one that's gonna set the tone. He ain't the one that's gonna be physical. He ain't the one that's gonna strike fear in people in their minds like a Dez or like a Steve Smith or like a Michael Irvin. He's not gonna do that. That's
I
Pickens'
go.
lane.
I'll go as far as even saying that he's not an alpha. He's not the alpha on the offense. He's just not. That's just not his role. You know.
No, it's not. And the thing is, I kind of knew it when I was telling your dad this, and you may have been listening. But when he didn't want the 88, I didn't want to give it to him because why? If he don't want that challenge, then don't give it to him. But when you don't want that challenge, that's a challenge that Alpha takes.
And I just thought it was weird to how he didn't want the 88, but I did give him credit once everybody told him, like, once he understood, like, okay, this is bigger than my number, whatever. And they talk tapping him on the shoulder like, nah, fam, you want 88. That's it's kind of like
Yeah,
it's kind of like he was like a millennial. He didn't really know the
He didn't really know
significance
the
of it,
history.
right? And that, I found that weird because he's from Texas,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he
He's from
should
Houston area.
he should have known what's up with that. But I mean,
Hmm.
CD just got to get out of his head. He gonna be all right. He still CD. The only thing I'm saying is I'm not worried about CD. What I'm worried about is Jerry Jones signing Pickens. This offseason,
Yeah,
nothing needs to happen except signing George Pickens. That's it. They ain't
that's
even.
right.
I could care
Well,
less
they
if
can
they have
sign
a
him before
draft or
the
not.
season is over. There's no
They need
reason
to
to wait.
they need to do it right now. And I went around a
Well,
room where I was at. I went around a room and asked everybody, how much should we pay? How much should we pay George Pickens? You know what everybody was saying?
what's that?
38, 40, 37, 38. And it's just like it's no question about that. Just
But
pay
what
him
does
the
CD
money.
Yeah,
make?
I think CD makes I
I
don't know.
think I think he make 34.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the next thing for Jerry, and we've already got Jeff Kavanaugh, Mike Fisher confirmed uh, during the week. B Bird, you can sign Pickens, you can sign Clark, and you can keep Quentin Williams. Now there was some discussion today on the pregame show. They believe Quentin Williams is going to go back to the table and ask for more money.
He should.
But but the bottom line is you can get all of these guys signed. And from my standpoint, if I'm the general manager of the Cowboys, the rest of the way, you got to have both of these guys. What I don't want to see, I don't want to see this thing start to where people are saying we can move on from CD because we got Pickens. I still think you need both
Everybody, a lot of
because what
people
I'm
were
going to
saying that
make you
today.
do, I'm going to make you do. This is the way I'm going to approach it, B Bird, and absolutely the rest of this season. But when I get off the bus, I'm getting off the bus with Clark. I'm getting off the bus with Quentin Williams, Osa. I'm getting off the bus with CD, Pickens. I'm making you play my whole team. I'm not this McDonald's at home thing that we've done for 30 years. It's just
Yeah,
time for that. It's just
it's time out for that.
it's time out
Absolutely.
for that.
Thank you,
So
Joe.
yeah, just so I would feel
Hey,
my way to
hey,
get them all signed.
hey. So Philadelphia not making those decisions against each other. Like, oh, we got to pick this one or that one. They're not making those decisions. They're saying, how can we get them all? And so if they did, then they wouldn't have Devontae and AJ. So if you look at Devontae and AJ's contract, AJ's making 32 million a year. Devontae's making 25. But if you go back and look at that's 57 million. If you go back and look at when they signed those contracts, and you start looking at okay, what's the inflation? You know what I'm saying from 2021 and 2022. Then you say, well, that equivalent to now would probably be a guy making 36 million and a guy making 30 million, right? So you could say Pickens is better than maybe all four of those, all three of the wide receivers. And you say, okay, should he make more than CD? Yeah, he can. And so the thing is, you can sign Pickens at $36 million. CD's making 34. You can sign him 36 million. You
You
know, but
can.
you know what you got to do? You just got to defer some of the money off and put some of
Yeah.
the. You got to give him signing bonus, right? And then spread that out over like 5 or 6 of years and get some broad years at the end. And don't worry about the dead money. That's what the Cowboys worry about, dead money too much. Don't worry about dead money. Go try to win Super Bowls now, and guess what? The Cowboy fans won't complain if y'all have a couple of down years after a
You
couple of
know,
Super Bowls.
to even drive home your point, I just want everybody in Cowboy Nation to understand the Philadelphia Eagles was trying to get Micah Parsons.
That's crazy.
The
Yeah,
Philadelphia Eagles were trying to get what's his
yeah.
name up at the Browns, Miles Garrett.
Miles Garrett sure was. Yeah.
They was trying to get them. You think they
So
worry about contracts? For some reason,
no.
AJ Brown made a statement this offseason. You know what he said? He was just like, what he said, he was on a podcast. He said what salary cap?
Yeah.
He said what he said salary cap. He's like, we don't act we don't act like the salary cap don't exist to us. I mean, like
That's correct.
we just tell the owner who we want and he go get them.
That's
So
right.
so Jeff Kavanaugh and Mike Fisher, they talked this week about the Cowboys can make two moves. They would have over $100 million in salary cap space, which may be the most in the league. And so this is a year that you would do it. Now I know we're not talking draft guys, but here's the other road I'm gonna go down as we look at this team. I watched Jeremiah Love last night. There's this tight end from Oregon. Of course, we know about Anthony Hill from Texas, a linebacker. Now the corner you like, Jules, from I think he goes, is it Tennessee? Uh,
Yep.
where I'm going with that B Bird is when we draft, don't even look at the players that you have. Just take the best player. So if the best player on the board is a corner, you take him. If the best player on the board is a running back, you take him. If it's a linebacker, I'm not veering away from linebacker because we signed Logan Wilson. So the Cowboys are in a position to just take good football players,
And
and
did y'all
then
see Logan Wilson? Now let me interrupt. Did y'all see Logan Wilson today?
what did he
I didn't.
make
I
it?
didn't necessarily. I saw him out there, but I didn't notice him. But what was your observation, Joe?
Every assignment that he had, he did it correctly. Like
Oh, good.
every zone that he was supposed to be in.
Yeah.
If the receiver caught the ball, they were caught. They caught it, and they got hit immediately.
He played well. I thought Murray played well too.
Pretty good, man.
He did.
Yeah.
But
So
man, I'm so excited about the defense, y'all. The way the defense was just making them go three and out, three and out, three and out. That was just putting a
Yeah.
smile on my face.
Well, I was telling your dad that they last scored 11 minutes and 32 seconds of the second quarter. That's when they got 21. They didn't score any more in the rest of the game. That's crazy. You just go back 5 weeks from now, and us saying that we're going to hold pretty much Philadelphia scoreless, pretty much 3 quarters. Then we never would have believed that. But you know, it happened, man. And that's what happens when you. That's what happened, man. When you. And I'm okay. I'm not going to throw this person under the bus, but we got into a pretty good debate about building a team, and they were talking about no, you can build a team through the draft. You don't got to go get no free agents. Because I was complaining about how the Joneses build their team, and I said, man, you can build the core of your team through the draft. But I say when you make a miss or you see some space where you're weak at, that's where free agents come in at, and they were arguing that. Okay, but what we've seen with Clark and what we've seen with Quentin Williams, and Wilson is that free agency helps a lot. You cannot just say, "Hey, we're just gonna go to Marshalls and go get some free agents to be our number 8 wide receiver, our number 5 defensive end, and our number 8 cornerback." Like, yeah, we're really in the free agency. No, you got to get top guys and push them down. So what we've done, think about this. Our best defensive tackle last year was who?
Osa probably.
Osa, right?
Yep.
He's our third best defensive tackle right now.
Yep. Yeah.
That's how you make your roster better. You know what else you do with that? You injury proof your roster. So if one of them go down, hey, I don't mind Williams and Osa being my starting defensive tackles. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
That's how you do.
who was our best receiver last year?
That's what I'm saying. So now you take Pickens and put him at the top of the room, and CD goes out. We still good. That's how you do it. That's how Philadelphia does it. That's how the good teams do it. When you have a quarterback in your prime, there's no sense of churning the bottom of your roster. That don't help you do nothing. You got to get in the top and push people down. And now you're okay. You're gonna go with it, boy. CD Lamb was a great number 1 wide receiver. Boy, he's the best number 2 in the league this year.
Yeah.
You just have good
You know what I'm
receivers.
saying?
All of the numbers don't even matter. You just have good receivers. Just have
Yeah,
good receivers.
but I'm saying, like, I'm
Yeah.
saying, if you tier them, hey, put somebody way down here. The number 5 don't help us do nothing. But if you bring a dude up there with the number 1 or the number 2, whichever one you would do it, it makes the room better because you got more quality people in there instead of just quantity.
That's what I'm saying. Like my dad said with Jeremiah Love. You find a way to keep Javonte Williams, and then you add Jeremiah Love.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
And if you can get
You
Anthony
keep
Hill,
Javonte and add Love because Love is hey, people just don't look athletic and fast in a Notre Dame uniform,
Hey,
so they don't look good running. And I'm like, this dude can't be that good. That dude is good.
hey,
Yeah.
his nickname is Air Love, like Air Jordan, Air Love.
Yeah,
That's
nah,
cold.
he's good, man.
And they got Anthony Hill falling toward the beginning of the second round, so you can get him with your second. If you want to take your second first round pick, maybe trade back a little bit, you can get Anthony Hill, and Anthony Hill would be on this team, and he's pushing uh, probably Murray off the roster. He's probably pushing Logan Wilson down some. That's how you build your team. And I was going to say one last thing. So where we at on Diggs? Is he going to play Thursday? Do we know? Because he was. I think we can use him.
Yeah, I guess especially with we got to figure out what's going on with
Carson.
Kalen Carson.
Parsons. Yeah, yeah,
So I still think we got an opportunity to get Diggs involved in this thing, and I think it'll help because
I
I'm
mean,
still not
don't you have to put him in that window of like he had to open up his window
the
because he's
21
on injury
window thing.
reserves.
yeah,
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 he has
yeah.
to miss 4 games.
So
see, I don't know if he has he missed four.
He's missed
I think
3. I
this will
think.
be today. Might have been the fourth game. We have to look at it.
Really?
Yeah,
But
I'm sorry to go back to find it.
hopefully Carson can bounce back. He was playing well before he got dinged up.
And don't forget, we got Josh Butler. He's coming along.
Yeah. So I think it sets up
He's
for.
still hurt, right?
Well, they say they're about to open up his window.
So now we got another big game. This sets up a big game on Thursday. And I was telling B Bird Jules that some of these teams that we need to lose, they keep winning. Like Chicago, Detroit won today. Uh, I think tonight you got Tampa and the Rams. I think you probably want the Rams to win that one.
Did
But
did the Chiefs win today?
Yeah, they came back
uh,
and beat. They were down 20-9. They came back and beat the Colts 23-20 in overtime.
so the Chiefs did
Wow.
win. Okay, yeah, but we can compete with them. I think we got a formula, but look, Shotty gotta just get real tight on the screws with some of these calls, with some of the way he's approaching the game.
I was
It's
listening
gonna
to
be the
y'all.
same thing Thursday, B Bird. If you're in your territory, it's 4th and 3. Just punt the ball, man. You don't need to be
Man,
doing
look,
that.
I was listening to y'all, and I had clicked off, and then I had put it on the after post game. The fan happened to catch Shotty. Shotty actually said he likes the fourth. He still likes the fourth and goal. I mean, fourth and 3 call or whatever, and he would
What do
do it
you expect
again.
him to say?
I expect him to say that was a goofball mistake.
No, you're not
It's
gonna
just
do
like
that.
Shotty. Like, because I wanted to say this too, B Bird, like about this, because y'all was talking about this, and I was just like, because you said it didn't at first it didn't dawn on you, and I was just like, what is you? I'm like, what is he expecting to happen? Because let's just say you do score and you go up by 7 points because it's tied. You go up by 7 points. You have to stop the Eagles from going down the field and scoring. So either way, you have to stop them from going down the field and scoring. It's not like if you score a touchdown, the game is over. It's not.
No, I'm
So
talking about
Yeah,
the
but
fourth and three at
a
the
field goal
beginning
is
of the
different than
game.
a touchdown.
no, yeah, I understand that. Well, no, you talking about the 4th and 3 at the beginning of the game. I'm talking about the fourth and goal
Go,
where
yeah.
he could have took the points. Like if you
Yeah,
take the
no, yeah.
points right there because
Can I tell you why I wasn't? Can I tell you why I didn't really realize it?
yeah.
Because I was so mad that they ran the ball. They threw the ball on second and third down. I was so furious that they threw the ball, and I was like, we ran the ball to the one, and then we're gonna throw the ball at the one 2 times. Come on, man! And then we threw it the
We threw
third
it. We
time.
threw it 3 times. Yeah, we threw it three
Yeah, we threw
consecutive
it three
plays.
times.
Like I was saying, why are they lining up in shotgun? Well, like what's going on with like you paying all of these linemen? You can't just like quarterback sneak it or run between the tackles. What happened to that type of football? I
But
mean,
what
like
did he
what's
say
going
about
on?
the 4th and 3 in the first quarter? Did he mention that?
No, he didn't mention that. And if he did, I clicked back over to listen to y'all. But I'm just like, Shotty, like you almost blew this game like several
Yeah, pretty
times.
close.
And then you came out messing up 4th and 3 and you kick, I mean, and you don't punt it. It's just like, what's going, and I'm gonna tell you this. this ain't the only team that they have to play conservative against. They got to play service against. They got to play like that against Patrick Mahomes and them Thursday. You have
Yeah.
to play conservative because this guy is a miracle walking. He will come back with 2 minutes, 2 touchdowns down. So you got to play it by the book. You cannot be just you got to be smart. You can't be going against analytics. I don't think it's any analytics that would have told him to go for it on 4th and 3. I don't think it's any analytics that would have told him don't take the points. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing, man? If you
Especially Jules, I'll back you up on that because really your defense has been shutting them down in the whole rest of the game besides the first. So they're playing good. They've been giving you the ball back. Actually, there's a point to where I was getting a little bit frustrated with the offense because I say, man, our defense actually playing pretty good. They're giving you the ball back and we're making mistakes and Guyton is jumping at the 1 inch line and because that's huge, right? When you're at the 1 inch line or 1 foot line and now you got 5 yards to go. That's tough, man. You know what I'm
and
Yeah,
then
then
saying?
he added 15 more yards with the tripping.
and then
Yeah, I need to
and
add
then
15 more. Yeah,
and then this is what's preposterous about it. You got a running back that's getting like contact, like he getting like several yards after contact. Like
yeah,
so like on a play before that, you handed him the ball, he got hit, and he got like 5 more yards after that to get you down to the inch
yeah.
yard line. So like, why not just hand him the ball again?
I don't understand that. I think Shotty got real cute at the goal line at that time. I was like, you getting way too cute down here, partner. Just run the ball because I don't know if you heard the stat said that the Cowboys are first in the league. I know I'm going to verbally say this wrong. As far as plays of not losing yards on runs,
Hmm.
so what they're saying is basically Javante doesn't get caught behind the line of scrimmage much,
Yeah.
and if he
Hmm.
does get caught, he's gonna fall forward for 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a great attribute though, man, because especially on the goal line, if I know you're gonna give me 1 or 2 yards, that's all I need at the one. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the one. Give it to that guy. Let your front guys that Jules, you said this. Hey, that's where your money is. Not just your money, but your draft. When I say money, your draft capital is right there in the middle. You got Cooper Beebe, I think he's a second rounder. Then you got 3 first rounders next to him, and then you got a high paid dude at the right tackle. That's where your money at.
I mean,
Those guys got to go out there, let them earn their money. Then you
Cooper
got a
Beebe,
bruiser back there with
right,
Devontae. It's
right.
all set up for you to get 1 yard.
Man, Cooper Beebe is known for being a mauler. That's why he was drafted, because he would just be mauling folks and trucking folks. And you mean to tell me
Yeah.
you don't trust him to get an inch? Like, that doesn't make
And they
any
got
sense.
Booker next to him and Smith
Yeah,
next to him.
that doesn't make any
Man, I
sense
got to run that ball up the middle. That
every
that's
time.
that's an automatic tush push.
And then
Yeah.
automatic. And then on top of that, it's just like the play that they ran when they hiked it directly to Javante. I mean, in my opinion, you don't do that right there. Anything could happen. He could fumble. Anything could
Hmm.
happen. What you do is you want to do the standard 1970 football play, hike the ball and
Yeah,
hand it off between the center and the tackle and live with the play.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
If they stop it, they just stop it, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. That's my thing. Like whenever I do something, I would not sleep well knowing I threw the ball 3 times in that situation where you're on the goal line late in the game.
Mm-mm.
I would not sleep well knowing I was second and goal at the one, and I threw the ball 3 times.
You know what I
I
see
wouldn't
a
sleep
lot
well with
of
that.
that I don't see no more? I don't know why they took this out of football, but how many highlight reels of Emmett, LT, or LaDainian Tomlinson, Marshall Falk do we see the highlight when the highlight is on the defensive side of the ball, and what you see is Emmett like
I know.
diving over the pile. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Marshall Falk in the sky, just like
You don't see that at all no more. I don't
you don't
understand that.
see it, and I don't get it because these are all you gotta do is hold on to the ball. The moment that he crosses, it's a touchdown. All he got to do is
Yeah,
just
touchdown. Yeah.
that's it. Just I mean,
Hmm.
you paying him all this money. He's an athlete. They can just dive.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't get it, man.
So let's go ahead and wind it down, guys. I'm gonna get back downstairs and get back on my recovery train. Appreciate you
Hey, and I
guys
want to
jumping
tell
Okay.
in.
Bieber, shout out to you, Bieber. I told my dad, I said, man, listen, man. I said Bieber reached out. I said that made my day when Bieber reached out to check on my pops. That
Oh
was
yeah,
just
man. Y'all my people, man.
Yeah, that's so that was something right there for me. And
Definitely
so
Yeah.
appreciate it.
yeah,
Definitely
definitely
appreciate it.
No
appreciate
problem,
it.
man.
And then shout
Yeah,
out
Y'all, my
to
people, y'all do the same thing for me. So
that's right.
hey, we just don't
Absolutely.
do a podcast together, man. I'm loyal, man. When I get with somebody,
Yeah.
yeah, and we click up and link up like we do, man. It's more than just a podcast. So, hey, when I come to Dallas, look y'all guys up too, man, so we can hook
definitely
up and do
will.
something.
And
Oh
that
no,
show
for
you
sure.
did yesterday
Got
was
to.
big time. That was a great show. I watched the whole thing. Just
Yeah.
it was a good one.
Yeah, yeah, me and Big Time did well yesterday. I told her that's the longest show I ever had. Man, I looked up, it was 2 hours. I said, "Whoa, we've been talking, man."
But
It
that but,
was
but, but
Hey,
it
what?
was a good
Hey,
show.
Henny and landlord been shaming me when I go on their channel and I, give them a super chat. So I
mm,
finally, so Henny sent me the link, so I got on with him about 30 minutes before I got on with what's called. So I was on about 2 hours, 2.5 hours yesterday, man. So it was a long day, but it was good football talk, man.
I
And
did
I
see you
told him,
with
I said,
Henny.
man, look, I told him, I said, hey, look, so I said, man, I'm making these predictions about us beating them. I say, nah. And I say, we're supposed to have a post game show tomorrow. I say, but if we lose, I say, it's probably just going to be Cowboy Joe by itself because I don't want to show
Yeah.
my face.
It
Yeah,
wasn't looking good at first. It
and you
wasn't
know
looking
It
me,
was
good.
not looking good.
you know me, I probably just, I'll be off the planet. I told my daddy, I'm just like, man, this is the first year that I just be like, you know what? I can't take it. I can't do this. I just have to go in another room and just, do homework or something else. I can't be doing this like this.
Yeah,
Well,
it's stressful, ain't it?
well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this was a classic 1970s Roger Staubach type cowboy game. What we saw today. Bieber
Yeah.
know what that's all about.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is one of them games. This is one of them games that, like, back in the day, my dad would say something like, and that's why they're America's team. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I tell you what, Jules, I tell you this too, man. I was telling your dad, I'm glad we finished it because we've had games where we were down
Yeah.
and came all the way back and still lost. And they were like, hey, man, you just had a little more time. No, the break was finished.
I heard you say
And
that,
we
and I was just
finished
like,
today.
man, that's so true. We ain't had one of them in a long time.
Yeah.
So that makes the game on Thursday bigger. So it's another playoff game. So shout out to Cowboy Champs 8331. Appreciate you joining us. Perez N76 and Cowboy Champs 8331. Appreciate you joining in. And so B Bird, go ahead and tell them about your show. And then
Hey,
we'll
Yeah.
link
Hey,
up and do one later this week
yeah, we sure
before
can,
we
man.
broadcast.
I got Lookout KC on mine, and who else I got?
Well, look at KC as my brother.
Oh, okay. Tell him I say what's up, man.
Uncle
Yeah.
And,
Squeak.
oh, not on mine, but it's on ours.
And Henry
Dennis Fung or whatever.
Chesterton. Yep.
Henry
So
Chestnut. Or you
make sure
understand?
you
So
guys
anyway,
like and subscribe to our channels. B
yeah,
Bird, tell them
I
about
got
your
I
channel
got
and
B
where to
Bird. I
subscribe.
got B Bird's channel on the screen, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all hit that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been kind of stagnant, everybody. So y'all, I've been at 120 followers for a long time. Partly that is my fault because I hadn't been doing original. I've been doing it with everybody else. But it is B Bird Cowboys on Twitter and on YouTube. So hey, y'all give me a follow, man. I'm gonna be. Um, I've been talking to people about some other stuff I'm gonna do with my website, with my YouTube channel.
Mhm.
Some other resources I can get to jazz it up a little bit. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I'm going to be doing more shows coming up. But I'm definitely going to be doing more shows. Hopefully, Jules, hey, appreciate you being on, man, because I ain't been on with you in a while, man. So
Yeah, yeah. I had to
we're
come
going to be
on,
doing.
and I
We're gonna
had
be
to.
doing an OG podcast and just doing a lot of things, man. Just collabing with people, people I feel like I got a good vibe with, and just talk some cowboy football, man.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Follow me on X and follow me on YouTube if you can. Like and subscribe.
Yes, y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe. And like I said, my dad and B Bird, they very knowledgeful, if that's even a word. But the OGs, you know, I like listening to y'all more than I like talking myself. I just like listening to y'all because, it just lets me know that I'm thinking on the right path. But I enjoy y'all really more than any of the YouTubes and big time as well. So y'all make sure y'all like, follow, and subscribe. And the information is great. You know, the history is great. You know, that's what you get when you got the OGs. They give you all of the history and they put everything in perspective, and it's just, you know, it's a real good thing that we got going on. So y'all make sure y'all follow and like and subscribe. I got all the links to the channels. They're gonna be in the description. So y'all make sure y'all like, follow,
So
and
D Bird,
subscribe.
I reach out and we'll probably see if we can do Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'll reach out to you and see how it's looking because
Sounds good, man. Just reach out to me.
we got a quick turnaround for this one.
Yeah,
Okay, man.
we could do a pregame.
Absolutely,
Okay.
man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and appreciate your support. So we're
All
gonna go
right,
ahead
man.
and let it
Y'all
go.
have a good one, brother.
Happy
Okay, you too.
Thanksgiving.